Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news that eased concerns about American labour markets. Those worries about US jobs growth shifted overnight to a new perspective, one that sees higher wages sooner. Job openings surged to a 14-year high in February, but the modest pace of hiring suggested employers are having trouble finding suitable workers. This is the trend that could put upward pressure on wage growth there. And in a new report out from the IMF overnight, they say ageing populations and sluggish advances in worker productivity are holding back the global economy and warn us to accept lower growth rates. A key downside is that it will now be harder to pay off national debt levels, they say. In China, steel production unexpectedly fell during March, changing the usual pattern of a post-holiday jump. The news is not good for Australia's iron ore producers. In New York, US Treasury 10-year yields rose marginally in trading today to 1.92%. New Zealand swap rates fell and flattened overnight. In fact, the 1-5 curve is now just 3 basis points, and the 5-year swap rate is at its lowest level in almost 2 years. And the international corporate investment grade CDS swap spreads have slipped back to levels last seen before the GFC more than 7 years ago. The US oil price is up today to $54 a barrel, and Brent crude is at $59 a barrel, continuing their recent rising trend. The US Energy Information Agency released its April assessment overnight, and it saw rising demand and ample supply of energy fuels. The gold price fell back to about $10 an ounce and is now at $1,209 an ounce. And in case you missed it, the Reserve Bank of Australia held interest rates yesterday at 2.25% for the second month in a row. That pushed demand for the Aussie dollar higher and off 6-year lows, and took the New Zealand dollar away from technical mid-rate parity. But we are still at parity at bank buy rates this morning. India also decided not to change rates overnight. New Zealand dollar will start today noticeably lower at 74.9 US cents, still very high against the Aussie at 98.2 Aussie cents, and the TWI is just on 80. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.